Pinkucon. I'm Mitchell and I'm going to show you how to make my gold wings today. These guys. So this is what they look like. They are gold and beautiful and have lots of swirly swirls. I'll teach you how to make all of this today. Let's get started. So while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the wings, I tried everything. I wanted to kill these wings with fire. I tried cellophane. I tried cellophane with an iron. I tried cellophane with a heat gun. So then I went a different route and I just got the wires and then just went bananas on it because it just started to look really nice to just continuously add. In my previous tutorial I made the gold tiara, and so I figured, well, why can't I do the same thing with the wings and then that way they would match? So that's what I did. I went to bed and I slept on it, and then the next day I wasn't as mad at it as the night before. So I just started to make the loops, and I made loops, and then I made some more loops, and then there were more loops. So since I figured it out, you guys get to skip all of the crazy and go straight to just knowing how I made them. So here we go. So materials, you're gonna need needle nose pliers, floral wire, smaller floral wire, a steel bone corset. Like this corset I got online for $15, like at a weird eBay thing. If you put on the search engine to say steel bone corset, you'll see a variety of these. But if it doesn't say steel boned, I wouldn't buy it. This is what's holding on to your wings, essentially, because you're just gonna slide them into this. Galvanized wire, the multi-purpose wire, is sturdy, so that's what's gonna hold your wings up. You're gonna need hot glue, glue sticks, Rust-Oleum spray paint, duct tape. Did you know that Walt Disney World is being held up just by duct tape? Like the whole place is just being held up by duct tape. FYI. You can add jewels to the structure itself, but if you add too much stuff, it might actually weigh down the wings and make them all droopy. So be careful how much stuff you add to it. If you're going to add a bunch of stuff, I would reinforce and re-loop the multi-purpose wire more times, or buy a thicker wire than the multi-purpose that I'm using. But the more stuff you put on, the heavier it's going to be. And let me tell you, it's really uncomfortable to wear. Like these wings, they're not happy wings. They look happy. They look like happy wings. They're not happy wings. Covered them up with hot glue and made them as nice as I could. They're still poking my back the entire time. So, suffer, because cosplay. So grab your multi-purpose wire. And I just eyeballed mine because I just can. But if you have a hard time doing that, then you can always just get a poster board, draw out the design you want, and then just kind of lay this on top and just kind of trace what you're gonna do so that it's just easier. So figure out how big you want these wings to pop out of your back. I'm gonna make a smaller version because there's no point in making these huge wings again, because I already have my wings. But here we go. We're gonna make them. Don't stab yourself in the eye. So we're gonna make them about this size for your viewing pleasure. So what I did was I made the outside shape that I wanted to go, and however far you want it to come out from your back. Remember that you need to have a a piece that comes down. I did this. I bend it. I'm just going to keep hitting myself in the face. Bend it like so. To where you have two pieces like this. The top piece and then the middle piece. This is going to be your skeleton. This is what's going to hold up this whole shenanigan. Make sure that you leave, I would say, at least 6 inches. If you're smaller like me, I would make it a little bit smaller. Mine are extra big. I made them the 6 inches, but because I'm 4'11" and some inches, I'm just tiny, so it just goes all the way down to my back and stabs me in my lower back right now. So, and I don't feel like making them again, so I'm just gonna suffer with that until I'm done using it and then move on to the next cosplay. But so that you guys don't suffer, make sure you make it long enough so that it fits in there, but not too long so that it stabs you in your butt. In the end of the top loop, you're gonna want to curl that in. You want to curl it in. Bottom one should be shorter than the top one. So if you did an oopsie like I just did, just cut it a little smaller. And curl it back. See? And then a little piece here to attach to the U that you need to make. Get your floral wire. Alright. This is really thin and lightweight, and if you bend it back and forth too much, it's gonna snap. So just try not to do it too much. But at least there's room for error, so if you do it bend it the wrong way, you're still able to bend it back the other way. Just don't do it too many times. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna connect that wire to these two wires. You're gonna tie it on this point, and you're gonna tie it on that point up there where my fingers are holding it. And you're just gonna continue to attach as many as you can all throughout, whatever fits. And you can make all of the different sizes you want to make, and it'll all just come together. And you just have to build. It's like Legos. Once again, this is always going to be a ball of crazy. Always a ball of crazy. And it's the same technique as my tiara, except it's flat. You don't have to really bend it to fit your head. It's just sticking out. The more places you attach it to, the sturdier they'll be. So just go crazy on just wrapping as many parts that are touching each other as possible, so that way it's sturdy enough that it's not going to come apart during your con. More. You see how it's starting to look? Wherever they meet, you want to attach a bit of the thin wire so that they're all just holding on together. So anywhere they touch together, like this right here, I need to do it here, I need to do it there. That way it's stronger. See? And you still have that piece right here, that long piece for the back loop that you're gonna need so that it can slide into your back. So now we're gonna make your back loop. Back loop, so what I did, I bent a foot long in half so that it's 6 inches. So you bend a foot in half if you're gonna make the bigger size. This is a smaller scale for my mini one. You're gonna bend it into kind of a square. It's really hard to make them even. It doesn't have to be a square, it could just be a loop. It just has to be able to do this. And this is where you get your duct tape. Now, the piece that you have that you're going to put on your back, you're gonna want to angle it the way you want your wings. So if you want your wings to stick up high, you bend it at a higher angle. So it really depends on how you want, whether you want your wings to go droop downwards, then you'd have to bend this down. You want them to perk up like mine, you're gonna want your wing to go up, and then you would want this to be as straight as possible. Even after you attach, you could still bend it upward, which is what I did because I guess it wasn't high enough. They were kind of like this and I wanted them up. So you're going to attach the loop to the wing, like so. You're going to want to go all the way around with the duct tape, and then later on you're going to go over it with the fabric. And this is what it should look like. It should have that loop, your wings face back, and this is the loop that slides into your back. So you're gonna slide that into your corset, like so. And that's what's gonna hold up your beautiful wings. And now I only did these loops here like this, but you can go all bat crazy. You can even make them come out of the skeletal one, because this is really like, it feels hollow, but it's not. It's just really lightweight. So see, this is what happens when you don't attach them. They separate. So you want to make sure that you attach anywhere, just anywhere. So you're going to put a bit of glue on the inside part of your wings, which are going to be, I guess, the less visible parts, even though this is clear and you're not going to be able to see it, you know, if you're really good at hiding it. So you just glop a little bit on there, and then you kind of just swish it on there. Make sure you don't drop a large amount of goop on your hand and burn the crap out of your hands. That freaking hurt. So now that you've connected like both wings, let's pretend there's another wing here right now, but now that you've connected both wings to it, and you put the duct tape on and you put the back loop on there, everything is sturdy. Make sure everything is sturdy. Nothing is doing this business here. You don't want that at all. You want it to be sturdy. So make sure you attach as many of the little things as you can, because you're going to spray paint it anyways and no one's going to see that anyway. So now you take it outside and you spray paint it. Please do this outside. You gonna get high. You want to do it outside, please. So once it's dry and looks like this, all fancy and colorful, you're going to want to cover the back, your back loop. You're going to want to cover that with fabric. I just used some leftover fabric that I had. This is just a piece of felt that I had in the back there from another cosplay that I did. And I just cut little strips like so. So you get your little strip and you get your hot glue, and then you put a little glop of hot glue on there, and then you stick it on there, and then you make a whole line of hot glue all the way down, and then you just start doing this. And you just continue to do it, keep getting pieces until you're all the way around to the end. If you want to make a matching tiara, let's go back to Pinkucon. There's a tutorial on how to make this tiara, and it's the same technique on how to make all of the swirls. So, you can see that. They are not gold. They're just gonna slide right into my corset. Like that. Hey, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe below. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Cosplay Amino. Bye! cellophane.